Hello, everybody. We're here on day 2 at Bio, and I have the pleasure of sitting here with two minds of science, business, commercial, prowess across the entire bio life sciences industry, and more specifically cell therapy, and more specific to that, iPSC. I'd like you to welcome both Stefan and Tarran from Cellistic. Hello, guys. How are you doing?
Hey, good to see you, Aaron.
Good to see you, too. Tell everybody what you guys do at Cellistic.
So at Cellistic, we are a CDMO that's focused on allogeneic cell therapies to scale those therapies to get them to every patient that needs it. And our solution to that scaling problem that a lot of people face with autologous cell therapies is iPSCs, so induced pluripotent stem cells, as basically a renewable, universal source of cells.
Excellent, cool. And I'm also here with Stefan, and we're going to talk about everything Cellistic. So Stefan, why don't you explain what you do at Cellistic?
So my name is Stefan, as you said. So founder and chief technological officer of Cellistic, and what my team and I'm doing is building our proprietary platforms that are pre-built, ready to use by clients, so that we can develop these novel life-saving therapeutics quicker, more efficient, and more scalable.
And safer.
And safer.
Yes, okay.
And cost-effective.
And cost-effective, all the things.
All the things.
Okay, so I have a couple questions I thought we would go over now that you're here at Bio, and it's exciting that you guys are here in Boston. So let's get into it. Cool. So from either of you, fill in the blank. iPSC is the future of...
Cell therapy.
Cell therapy, okay. Anything else?
Well, more specifically, we are super excited about immune oncology. So the applications of immune cells in oncology and also in autoimmune diseases are really fascinating. We are seeing that patients that previously had real limited options actually get saved. And so what we are trying to do at Cellistic is to make these therapies widely accessible so that more and more patients will actually start to benefit from it.
Next question. What's one myth about allogeneic cell therapy that you wish would just go away?
That's a good one. You want me to take that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think the biggest myth is that when we engage with cell therapy drug developers who may be using autologous cell therapies as their modality, they think it's going to be very expensive and time-consuming to switch to an allogeneic form of a cell therapy, and that's actually not the case. When you use allogeneic, you actually can scale and get thousands of doses from one batch, where in autologous you get one batch, one patient. And so with allogeneic, you can move faster and you can do it cost effectively. So we have these commercially viable products. And so that's the myth. And that's what we're trying to get some of our autologous drug developer companies to convert over to allogeneic.
So if you're going to go commercial, you got to go allo.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Okay. What's the biggest advantage of working with iPSCs over other cell types?
So the big advantage of iPSC is the scalability. So an iPS cell can grow indefinitely. We obviously have to take care of some safety aspects like the genome stability. But compared to any other cell type, scalability is really intrinsic to this cell type, even in a differentiation process. So if we're, for example, going to an NK cell or a T cell, we can go literally from one iPSC to 10,000 or more differentiated cells. In that simple differentiation process, we actually get the scalability that will be super important to make allogeneic cell therapy work. So the exhaustion that you're getting, for example, in T cell therapy, by expanding a T cell, that's no longer a problem. That's the big advantage that we can solve.
And Stefan, you know this science really, really well. You've been doing this for a number of years now, correct?
So I'm trained as a stem cell biologist. I've been working with iPS cells and embryonic stem cells for close to 20 years. I'm super interested in these cell types and really excited to see that clinical benefit is now happening. So we are really at that inflection point where we are starting to see translation from fundamental science to actual therapies that are helping patients.
When you look up early adopter in the dictionary for iPSC, it's this guy that you're going to see in there. What's something about Cellistic that people don't realize until they have a chance to work with you?
So, just more of a funny one. So, Cellistic is based in Belgium, and specifically in the Wallonia part of Belgium, which is the French-speaking part of Belgium. And I've been many times after having joined the company about three months ago. The food's amazing, the wine's amazing, but what I think is kind of funny is our CEO, our CTO, and our CCO, none of us speak French.
We're willing to learn, though. We're willing to learn.
We are.
We do love Belgium. We are in the Belgium pavilion, so
We are, and the food and the drink's amazing, and I think a very simple bonjour when you enter a room is always very much appreciated.
Let's talk about from cell to therapy. What part of the journey is most underestimated or undervalued, do you guys think?
Ooh, that's a good question, Aaron. I think we both agree it's manufacturing. You want to take this one?
Yep.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So in cell therapy, we have been struggling with this concept. The process is the product. So in iPSC cell therapy, it's even a little bit more real. So we are speaking about relatively complicated manufacturing processes. So what we want to do is to make sure that we get that manufacturing process right before we start to go into clinical trials and go too far. And this is actually a real opportunity. Getting that manufacturing process right before phase 1 allows us to make a number of batches to run the clinical studies, and from there on there's a smooth path towards pivotal and commercial.
Does your team have an unofficial motto when it comes to tackling the really hard work, the really hard problems that you guys have to deal with each day in the science that you do?
Yeah, I've been at the company for 3 months, and I have, just from my observations, I really believe the team is very energized about solving problems. Especially very complex and challenging problems. Our teams are subject matter experts in iPSCs and also cell therapy manufacturing, and they just really love collaborating with our partners and our clients to solve these problems, because stuff's going to happen. You know, things are going to happen in development, things are going to happen in manufacturing, so finding a way to solve for those problems and being collaborative, I really do think is the motto of the company. Absolutely. Do you want to add anything?
So I think we've proven ourselves that we really take on hard challenges. So the first projects, we have been building platforms towards cells that basically nobody has been made from iPSC before. So I think that really sets us apart from the more traditional CDMOs that are waiting for manufacturing projects to happen. We build platforms from scratch.
You have been working in this industry for probably the longest, because you were one of the early adopters of iPSC in Europe. That's true, correct? And I was wondering a little bit more about your background in iPSC, because I feel like it's been decades.
Yeah, so I've been working with embryonic stem cells since 2003 probably. So started working in the pluripotent biology space before iPSC were around. So I saw the scientific breakthrough happening, and that was exciting days when Mr. Yamanaka published and the whole world was trying to rush to replicate the findings. And so that was quite an important thing, because embryonic stem cells are ethically somewhat sensitive. So this breakthrough where he came up with a number of genes to reprogram essentially a skin cell or a blood cell back to the pluripotent state basically opened this plethora of opportunities to get these therapies to every patient worldwide.
Yeah, I learned about this as I got to know you guys, that you guys are taking that human biology and bringing it into the lab. And that is a very huge breakthrough. We don't have to do as much animal testing anymore or even rely upon it. Is that correct?
Yeah, so that probably goes a little bit beyond what we're doing at Cellistic, but we have a sister business called Encardia, and there we are using iPSC technology to create better models for drug testing, both for efficacy and safety. So yeah, as a group of companies, we are all in iPSC, we are using it in drug discovery, we're using it in cell therapy to develop better therapeutics across different modalities.
And this is a great transition to our last question. So what's one thing that you want people to remember Cellistic by after they get a chance to meet with you and your team?
I would say is that at Cellistic we have a solution for cell therapy developers to scale their products, to make them cost effectively, and to reach every single patient. We have that solution for them.
You have that shared mission though, right? That's the big, huge mission that you would have at Cellistic, that you want to reach more patients with a more safe and scalable cell therapy.
Yeah, I mean, the whole point, the reason why we all get out of bed here, I mean, we're at the fabulous bio convention. Everyone here at some point wanted to have an impact on human health, right? And so cell therapy, we know they work. They're making cancer patients cancer-free. It's like phenomenal. It's transformative. But if you can't get it to every patient, you know, to me, what are we doing here? And so really, Cellistic, Stefan is founder of the company, CTO of the company, and has really built something that we think has now, as he talked about, the inflection point of seeing really amazing science translate into the clinic and then to commercial. So I think this is the time. This is the time, and we have a solution for it, and so let's do it.
This is an exciting time to be here. And so thank you very, very much for meeting me here at Bio. Stefan, it's been a pleasure. Tarran, it's been a pleasure. I hope you guys have a great show. If you guys have a chance and you're still here at Bio on day 2, please stop on by the Belgian booth and see Tarran here at Cellistic. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it. Have a great show.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.